I want to show you a few other personalization tips and tricks that you can use to add some of your own personality to your planner or your December daily, to a simple spiral bound notebook, or even ring bound planners or other systems that you are using. So most of these tips and tricks can be adapted depending on the system that you are using. So for the first project, I'm going to show you how to do a very cute and simple shaker pocket. And you don't need any fancy tools for this at all. All you need is a plastic bag, and I've used one that my stickers came in. Most of these bags have a resealable end, and they have a perforated top, and they have this little I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but little hole that helps them stay on shelves in craft stores. So these are very, very easily available, and I'm sure you have plenty. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to cut off the top. Just make sure that you don't cut through the perforation, because you do want it to be a sealed top like that, right? Next, you need sequins, and you can use any kind. I'm just going to show you a few kinds that I have. Now these sequins come in all shapes and sizes, and as you can see over here, I have a collection of gold stars. I have a few different sizes. I have them in different colors. I even have some leaves over here, and these ones are plain and simple. I have some over here that are flowers. So the mix that you want to use totally depends on you. You can mix the stars and the flowers. You can just go with one color if you want to. You can go with some big ones, some small ones, like that if you want to. So if you have a color scheme, you can stick with that, or you can do something completely random. I'm thinking that I'm going to start with a gold color scheme in here. So I'm going to put in a few of the gold stars, then a few more of the little ones, and I'm not going to be putting any embellishments in here really. It's just going to be sequins, because I have such a busy dashboard over here on the other side that I don't want to cover it up, and I really like that design. Basically, I just want another layer. But if you did want, you could always put in little embellishments as well that would shake around like that. So I am going to go ahead and put in a few pink and orange stars and see how that looks. Okay, so I really like the way that's looking. I've got a really whimsical kind of theme going on here, and I did want to, you know, keep that going. Just going to go in, and it also helps to get some inspiration from your layout. So as you can see, my layout does have all the colors that I'm putting in, and that's always a good place to start. Now basically we come to the part of how do you get this to flip over here, and for that I'm going to show you the trick that I use. So basically all you need is a little bit of paper, and I've taken the same kind of paper that I used over here. This is a scrap, and I'm just going to fold it in half. It's much easily done using some sort of a, oh, here I have it, like a bone folder. Okay, and then you put this packet in here and just carefully snip off a strip that's the same size. Okay, so the thing to make sure now, number one, is that you shake this really, really well to make sure that there is nothing coming out from anywhere, none of the seams. As you can see, this just came out from over here. None of the seams are open. If they are, it's very easy to just secure them using a little bit of Scotch tape. The next thing that we have to do is we have to punch holes in this strip over here to make sure that we can put this in the same way we did our dashboard. And so this I am going to show you in real time, just so that you can see how easy this is. So that's my guide, and I'm just going to reach for my crocodile and just using this as a guide, I'm going to start punching the holes. And there you are. The next thing that I want to do is I want to take some double-sided tape, and I'm using the thin one, and I'm going to put it on both ends here and here. And the reason why I'm using the thin one is because I don't want the circles to overlap with the plastic pocket over here. So very carefully, I'm going to try to get minimal overlap between the plastic and the card, and that's it. Now, the same way as we did before, we're just going to snip these little slits. And so now that you've seen this being done in front of you in real time, you can see really how simple it is. And this is the exact same way that I did the dashboard and the plastic insert for my December daily. And again, as you can see, the slits are really as small as I'm being able to make them. And now, so this can go right here, it can go up here, it can go in the center, wherever you want to place it. I think I'm just going to go with it right here. And there you have it. You have an insert that is a shaker pocket. It's really fun to play with. And if you feel like some of the holes that you've made are a little off, you can always just lightly make them slightly bigger just by moving them across the rings. And then that's it. And if you want to put your shaker pocket somewhere else, very simple, open it up. If you want to put it here, you can put it here. If you want to use it as a divider somewhere else, again, super, super simple to do. It can be like a bookmark. It can stay on the day, on the spread for the day that you are currently at. And again, it's pretty robust. I mean, as long as you don't like pull it like that, just make sure you pull it upwards. It's going to work pretty well. So that's our first project. And now I'm going to be adding some fun stuff to the dashboard. Over here. So I do want to add some sort of a gratitude journal, spread, something in my journal. And the way that I'm thinking to do that is to add these little list pads that I have and just have like 5 things that I'm grateful for every day, and maybe I can just add these to my spreads. So I have these ones over here. I'm going to be using these. Then I also have some of these other fun little sticky notes. I could also use these. And you can play around with the layout, you know, have them like that. And maybe just have a sticker over there. Or if I wanted to add another one, I could always go like that. But the thing to make certain of is that these aren't too thick. You don't want them to be too thick because then it's going to add to the thickness of your notebook, and you still want it to like close shut. So that's the only thing that you need to be careful of. Otherwise, decorate your dashboard any way you want. If you want, you can put in a little envelope over here and just put a few stickers or embellishments that you want to use. You can also just put a little plastic pocket, just literally anything. Sky's the limit. So I think I will maybe use double-sided tape to add these list pads like that. And these are also just, you know, great to add a little bit of fun to your daily spreads, or to, you know, a traveler's notebook kind of a spread. So these are super simple to do. So just going to use a little bit of double-sided tape. Now these are a little bigger, so I am going with a little more tape. Oftentimes we, you know, get very careful about using our supplies and we don't enjoy them as much as we should. So one of my resolutions for the new year and even for my December daily is that I will dig up stuff that I really like and I will use it. Stickers that I like, stuff that I've been hoarding, because there is absolutely no need to hoard. Knowing us crafters, will always have more. And I mean, that's really not the idea behind all of this beautiful stuff. It's not to hide it. It's so that we can use it and feel good and see it every day and let it inspire us. So I'm going to try and do that. So we've added a shaker pocket, and you can go ahead and you can add some actually washi tape over here to make it look even more festive. So let's see. Just going to pull out some washi tape and I'm going to use this one, and I'm actually going to go all the way around like that. It just adds a little bit of a finishing touch. And if you want to change out your shaker pocket or if you want to put it elsewhere, you can do that too. Like I said, that's super easy to do. We have our dashboard here, we have a plastic insert here, and now we're going to start on some bullet journal style layouts.